Hi guys, and welcome back to another F1 video. Last time out we were in Portugal. We had a pretty poor time, but we managed to get some points, which ended up being our goal. We had a early accident, brought us into the pit stops, span out a few times as well, but we ended ninth, so we'll happily take that. I think we did well with what we ended up having, and it wasn't a great circuit for our car. We spun a lot and we had to be very careful on ours. Maybe a bit too forceful around some of the corners, but we're going to advance into practice one. We're just going to do this to get some results points, but we will have a go at practice two just to get ourselves familiar with the track, try and work it out. And so yeah, we'll just do one practice session in the weather conditions that are expected, so sun. And yeah, we'll give that a go, see how we get on. Guessing there's nothing we can do. 3 minutes 29 of time. Right, so let's actually go into practice two properly. And yeah, see how we manage to get on here. So what we want to do is track acclimatisation. Probably shouldn't have used resource points for this, considering this is the one we tend to do. But just try and get used to it and hopefully not have too many spin outs, because that would be a bit of an issue, wouldn't it? So I can hear game sound very loud. That's my bad, I forgot to turn it down before starting. One thing I have just noticed is it was automatically changing gears for us. We've sorted that now. Bit shaky there through those first few corners, but it's not optimal positioning there, and that certainly wasn't optimal positioning. After such a good start, a lot of purples, slipped up a bit there, picking the wrong braking points, not kissing any apex. That was just all me. I broke at the right time, but I kind of forgot to turn. I turned a little bit and then stopped. I'm not sure why. I broke too late there. Oh, I still hit the... That can be a very frustrating corner for spinning out. And the car's not seeming to want to turn too well. Taking a bit of curb with us as we go. Let's just go for a fast lap now. Not too fussed about track acclimatisation, just going for a nice lap. See if we can get ahead of Bottas for our lap time. That's the corner I wasn't so good on last time, and I wasn't good on it then either. We are on mediums, so kind of forgot to brake there. That's exceeding track limits. Thought my lap time might have been invalidated for that, but we do go ahead of Bottas there, but that's going to be it. Head into the garage. And skip to our short qualifying. Hopefully we can have a decent qualifying session in Barcelona. I feel like this is a track I am pretty decent at when focused. As you could see in the practice sessions, I wasn't very focused. And I shouldn't have spoke so early. Is this going to be a repeat of Portugal? What do we do from here? I mean, realistically we should be retired from the session because our car is destroyed. But I did use the rule before of if you're not on your lap yet, it was a flying lap, if you're not on your lap, you can flash back. So I think if I was on my lap and I did that, that's a retirement, but while I'm doing my hot lap, I'll get benefit of the doubt. That's how we're going to do it. I'm pretty sure first episode that's what we went for, because I did something kind of similar. I've done it again now. What is wrong with me? I shouldn't have said that I was okay at this track. It's these curbs. I keep going straight over them. Right, can we set a good lap or are we just going to spin again? Okay, back in the garage. Not too sure what's going on here. That was very, very poor. And now everyone's out, but we're gonna have to still go for it while everyone's out, because if we crash on our lap, we can't flash back. If we damage it too much, we retire, and if we can return to the garage to fix it, we do. Although I do want to try and get close to Russell so that I can get his slipstream and get past him on the first corner. And that's not what's just happened, because that was awful. I didn't even take the corners for some reason. So I've now got to probably pass Russell, which is a bit of an issue. Trying to pass someone when you're trying to set a fast lap. What is he doing? I had to move out of the way then because he just broke for no reason. Okay, so I could have hit the brakes, but he went so slowly that I I think I would have went into the back of him anyway. So we had to dodge out the way, and for some reason, rather than dodging and braking, I just carried on full throttle. Probably not what I should have done there, but oh well. Well, that's better for that corner. It's these corners that I don't like. But that's the best we've done so far. Can that set up a good start to the lap? Yes. That's a pretty decent start. We just need to finish the lap, obviously. Maybe not push the car so hard around here. Still in the white lines, it's fine. Right, this is the furthest we've got, but that was a poor corner. And that was a poor corner. Let's take a poster with us, why not? Eighth. Not amazing. This has to be a good lap now. And it's not been a good start at all. I did not react then to the fact that I needed to start braking. So it looks like we're not going to be on the front row anyway. We're not going to be anywhere near at this rate. Well, that was a good corner. This was not such a good corner. Can we get a second ahead? Yes, we do. Fastest sector 3 possible. I don't think we've got the fuel to run another lap, to be honest. But I wish we did. This is a much better start to the lap than any other lap we've had. And then we just did that. That was very weird. Some weird corners in there then. I don't know why I just decided to crash into a wall. That wasn't very useful. But we come into the pit. And we might be able to get one more lap in. No, we should be able to get one more lap in actually, depending on how long they take to lift us into the garage. But if everyone else is going out now, we might be able to get on the end of them. Probably shouldn't have done 3 laps then, although I had to do the third to get back in the garage anyway, so yeah, I did 2 laps going for it and then my third lap. A bit hopeful. But what we're going to have to do is drive out. Flying lap we haven't got enough time for, so we have to drive out. We've got to make it round in the 1 minute 30 we have left to get another lap in. Can't remember how long the laps actually take. We also don't want to push it too hard and end up not getting a last lap in. We want to end up making it to that last lap. A minute from here, yeah, we've easily got enough time. Oh, a minute 20 is my best, so... $52 seconds across the line, 48 even. Who's on my tail? It's either Mazepin or Schumacher. Okay, so we've got time to put in a lap. It's just whether we can put in a good lap. Which this is a good start for. That was such a good start for a lap. I was half a second ahead. I would have been on pole position if I'd have carried on at that pace. But we start in 3rd place because I just decided to cut a corner that did not need cutting at all because I was at good pace. Biggest rival? Ocon. Why not? So on to the race then. Qualified in 3rd. I mean, we can obviously be happy with that. We're a new car on the grid, but with the pace I was just setting, I could have been on pole position pretty easily if I didn't. Well, I didn't cut a corner. Race strategy. Lower the fuel load. 3 laps soft, 14 medium. Seems like a weird time to pit. But sure. Really hoping for a good start here. I don't get it. We got up to Verstappen, like we gained on him, and then all of a sudden he shot off and we just stayed where we were. So now Perez has overtaken us. Someone's just went into the side of us. It's not my fault for a collision with Leclerc. He crashed into me. So that has been a pretty poor race start. The car's in fine condition. I mean, the tyres are a bit... That's why we're pitting so early. We're on really used tyres. But we're 1.5 seconds off Perez already. So we need to put good laps in on these softs, and well... We're not going to be able to do it because of what Leclerc did to us, so... Look, we had a decent start on the line, but did we not upshift quickly enough? Did we upshift too quickly? I'm not too sure. If I could gain half a second on Perez into the next lap to get within the DRS, that would be good. Although DRS isn't on yet, I don't think. But we're not with corners like that at all. It was a fastest 6-1 on the grid, but it was a terrible, terrible corner then. And that was. Really not on it today. Two seconds off now, okay, so I wanted to make half a second on him. I've lost half a second on him. Oh, this is awful. 2.5 seconds off. Maybe Barcelona's not a good track for me. Increasing to the car behind by a second a lap, but the car in front's getting a second a lap further away as well, really, so... Fastest sector 1 just. It seems to be sector 2 that's a bit of an issue. Although, yeah, I'm forgetting that our tyres are in awful condition compared to the rest of the grid are probably on fresh tyres and we're on half-worn tyres for some reason. Okay, that's a much better set of corners there. Oh, hang on a second. I'm sorry to flashback, but this happens sometimes. It just resets you on your pit when you're going in. I don't like it. See that? That just let me in smoothly. The time before it reset me at 0 miles per hour and made me go in. I'm not having that at all. So we are the only person to pit because we're on such old tyres. So these mediums are going to have to go the rest of the race. Bit of an issue. Good pit though. 2.2 seconds. We'll take that. Oh, Leclerc's last. We messed Leclerc. Well, Leclerc messed himself up really, it was not much to do with us. So now we need to catch people, but we also can't push too hard in battles because we'll probably end up crashing. And we can't afford to have to pit again. That has to be our fastest sector 2. Alonso out of the session, yellow flag. How do you go down there? I wish I'd have said Alonso was my main rival now. At least I'll get I'll hopefully finish and he won't because he's out of the session. Well, we go for fastest lap now. Although maybe not because I don't have any DRS. We still push to catch though. And we have caught Mazepin very, very quickly. Look at that. Sector 1, nearly 0.3 seconds faster. The first corner of Sector 2, poor as usual. I am scared I'm going to get on the throttle too early there and just ram it into the back of someone or spin. Mazepin. Thought he was going to pinch me then. Got on the inside of Mazepin. That was a nicer set of corners there from me. And I'm within a second of Latifi, so we get DRS. We enable our ERS, we just set fastest lap. We're probably too far from Latifi here, but we've got a lot closer. That wasn't a great. Okay, why the hell did that just happen? That literally made no sense. Why the hell did the car spin out then? Oh, this car is terrible. And it just spins. After all the hard work, we just got back up to everyone. And then we spin out. Now our car's barely turning. Oh, I don't understand why that happened. I wasn't even pushing that hard. We're far off now, very far off. We'd be crossing the line around now normally. What has that done? Added about 10 seconds onto our lap. Yeah, it really has. So a lot of people pitted now and we're 15th. We can still get in the top 10 then, because everyone... What do I do now? You know what, I'm sorry, it happened once and it shouldn't have happened. That corner has never been an issue. If it happens again, then I'll accept it, but I'm not going all the way behind all these cars again for randomly spinning out on the same corner. So dodgy. The car just goes. Everyone else touches that curb and everyone else is fine. I go a metre away from it and my car's just on ice. That's normally the corner that's an issue, but that one seems fine now, and it's just the rest that are not working. You know what we could really do with a safety car? Oh, hang on. Okay, so we're 6th, 5 seconds off Norris. Stay well away from that curb. And again, if I spin again, I'll accept it, but I took the punishment for the first spin that should never have happened, and then the second spin, I just don't understand why. That was a very poor corner. Verstappen just beat, I think it was my fastest lap. Giovinazzi's pitted. 13 seconds off Verstappen in 3rd. I don't think there's much chance of us catching him then. The thing is, I'd normally be on that curb when I'm at Barcelona. It'd normally be fine, and then for some reason now, that curb hates me. Just flings my car about. Wasn't the fastest sector 2, but I think we are on target for a fastest lap. Until whatever the hell that was, that could have set us back a bit. That was a corner cut and nearly a spin out, but we saved it. And it is a fastest lap, which is nice. Oh, that was terrible. I wanted to really push it and see if I could catch up to Verstappen and get on the podium, but unless there's a safety car, I have no chance. So I'm not really gaining on Norris. Just staying 2 seconds behind him. Okay, we're now 1.5 because we cut a few corners right at the end. And that was actually our fastest lap. I can't lie, this has been a pretty boring race because there's barely any overtakes going on. I can't catch up to anyone. I've overtaken everyone that I have in the pit. And Norris just doesn't seem to want to slow down for me. Okay, and we do have no chance of catching Norris now because we've just spun out again. I'm not having a good time. I really don't like this car and its inability to not spin. Like some curbs you touch and you're gone, other curbs you're fine on. I think within the next 3 laps we would have been able to catch Norris as well. Now it's just don't spin again. Gasly's on our tail. Oh gosh, I need to start playing this game more often. Playing it every week. I'm telling how rusty I am. Just from this, I'm normally a lot, not a lot better, but like I can actually catch up to people normally. I'm just all over the place at the moment. Although we do have, as I say, a very poor car at the moment. I think it's not the worst car on the grid. I think the Haas and the Williams are worse, and then us. But yeah, we need a safety car pretty quickly. That's me. I can't multitask. I can't concentrate and try and use the radio. Teammates 19th. We really did have a great start to the season, with the first race being a win in Bahrain. Second race, I remember finishing second, but I can't remember what Grand Prix it was. Was it Imola or Monza? I remember editing the thumbnail and it being in Italy, but I can't remember if it was Imola or Monza that I actually did. But yeah, we got off to a good start with a first and then a second, then a 9th. Now it looks like a 5th as long as we can hold Gasly at bay. But It's good to finish in the points again. I just wish I could stop the car from spinning so much. Great. Grip levels expected to start fading away soon. Very nice. When Alonso was out of the session, we really could have done with a safety car. We are building a gap from Gasly, to be fair, but we're also getting further away from Norris. As soon as I touched that curb, I knew exactly what was going to happen, yet I still shot towards the curb. Okay, so we're 6th now, and here is everyone else. 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th, all behind us now. So we're going to have to do some good defending, and that is a poor corner. Gasly's gone in the distance, 5 seconds ahead. I just need to stay away from these curbs, but I just can't stop touching them. On my career that I've had since the start of this game, my car is the best car on the grid, and I seem to touch curbs, and it's very rare that I'll spin, and then I'm touching the same curbs here, and my car is just flying. Right, last lap now. No, it's not. I forgot we'd already crossed the finish line. 2 laps left. And our car just seems so slow. As soon as someone's in the distance, it's just impossible to catch them. It happened with Norris earlier in the race, then we spun. We were ahead of Gasly then, but then... And we could get away from him, but now that he's ahead of us, we can't get anywhere near him. Like, he's getting further away. I don't understand why. We're only quicker than him when we're in front of him. But this has been a very disappointing race because there's been no battles at all. I think I've overtaken one person, and after I overtook him I spun out and he overtook me. So it's been, yeah, it's been pretty poor. But this is what happens with F1. Sometimes you just spin out a lot. Again, my car just went to go. Why? I touched the curb very slowly. Looks like we're going to be wedged in between the Alpha Tauris in 6th. Right, stay away from the curb. Do I still have fastest lap or not? Because if I do, it shows I've got the pace, I just don't have the consistency. That was our fastest sector 1. Schumacher's out of the session, safety car. Although safety car wouldn't help us because it's last lap anyway. Oh, I accidentally downshifted. Why have I just touched that curb? Why would I take the risk? Perez finishes first. Gasly's still 6 seconds ahead of us. There's no chance of that happening. did want to ram it into the wall as we crossed the line, but I don't know why. I just hadn't had an urge. Started third, finished sixth. Poor day, but what can you do? We span out what, 4 times. Yeah, we had fastest lap by 0.4, well, 0.34 seconds, but we just couldn't put it all together. Wasn't nimble enough, to be honest. Need some chassis development, I believe. And I've just seen what's next. Monaco, which, you know, should be quite fun considering I'm all over the place at the moment. So what we do need is some chassis development. 14 days on that. So we could really do with that. We just can't get it yet. Powertrain development, can only do them, might as well. Aero, that's already in development, so can't do anything there either. Oh, we can do this, to be fair. Do that as well. Okay, so yeah, only the Haas and the Williams are worse than us. We've got a long way to go, basically, until we're anywhere near consistency. But I mean, you take the finishes we've had, you sort of just have to. We're finishing the points every single race. We're third in the Drivers' Championship, third in the Constructors. So yeah, I'm happy overall. I had fastest lap every race. Just a shame that the last 2 races have not been anywhere near the podium, and that it's my fault. Wouldn't mind if I didn't have the pace, and it meant I couldn't get there, because that's something that, you know, it's expected. I haven't got a fast car at all for the grid, but it's the constantly spinning. I need to try and be careful with it. Although Monaco, at least I won't spin. It's quite hard to spin at Monaco, but it's very easy to crash. So maybe instead of spinning, we'll just crash a lot and have quite a lot of damage to the car. Probably what will happen. What do we care about more, awareness or racecraft? Sure, racecraft. Interview with Will Buxton. Of course there's no team orders, it's never anywhere near me, and I'm spinning all the time, so I don't know what he's spending his time doing. Seems to be miles off the pace. About time of all upgrades. Well, did I really want that power train, or do I want it more for aero? Could do it for both, to be fair. Right, so that is the end of the video. We came 6th in the end at the Barcelona Grand Prix. Not bad in the points again, but just need to try and cut the spinning out. If you've enjoyed this, make sure to like the video, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more F1 content.